Good morning, students. We start our class with God's blessing. Lord, as we start this day, we trust in your unfailing love and promises of safety and protection. God, give us strength, power, and understanding. Be with us. Thank you, God. Amen. Once again, a very good morning to all. Our today's class topic is electoral politics. What is the meaning of electoral politics? Means voting system, how elections are conducted, their results and determined, and it is organized by governments. Why to choose candidates? You have read in previous class that in a democracy, it is neither possible nor necessary for people to govern directly. The most common form of democracy in our time is for the people to govern through their representatives. So in this topic, we will look at how these representatives are elected. We begin by understanding why elections are necessary and useful in a democracy. How electoral competition among parties serves the people. How the representatives are working for the benefits of the people. What makes an election democratic? For this, why democracy? We need to understand why democracy. So we'll start our topic, electoral policies, the system of voting, election, voting. For this, I'm sharing one example of assembly election in Haryana. Just first, I will read the report. The time is at midnight. An excited crowd sitting for the past 5 years in a choke of town is waiting for its leader to come. The organizers assure and reassure the crowd that he would be here any moment. The crowd stands up whenever a passing vehicle comes that way. It arouses hopes and that he has come. Who was the leader? The leader was Mr. Devi Lal, Chief of Haryana Sangharsh Samiti, who was to address meeting in Karnal on Thursday night. The 76-year-old leader is a very busy man these days. His day starts at 8 a.m. and ends after 11 p.m. He had already addressed 9 elections, meetings since morning, and had been constantly addressing public meetings for the past 23 months and preparing for these elections. So I am going to share a video in front of you. Watch it carefully and try to understand the situation at that time.
Since 1982, the state of Haryana was ruled by the Congress government. However, the people of the state were not happy with the government's policies and practices. As the time for the next state elections approached, an opposition leader, Chaudhary Devi Lal, promoted the Nyaya Yuddha, or Struggle for Justice movement, and formed the Lokdal party, and joined hands with other opposition parties against the ruling Congress government. In the election campaign, Devi Lal promoted the Nyaya Yuddha, he promised to waive the outstanding loans of farmers and small businessmen if his party came to power and formed the government. This proved to be a major attraction for the unhappy people in the state and Devi Lal's key to success. So, in the 1987 state elections, the people of Haryana voted the ruling Congress party out, and the Lok Dal party with 60 out of 90 seats in the state assembly emerged with a clear majority. The members of the newly elected state legislative assembly announced Devi Lal as the leader, and he was sworn in as the chief minister of the state by the governor of Haryana. As soon as Devi Lal took charge as the chief minister, he wasted no time in fulfilling his promise and waived the outstanding loans of all farmers and small businessmen. Devi Lal's party remained in power for 4 years until the next state elections held in 1991. This time, his party lost the election, and the Congress again came to power. We've learned that people in more than 100 countries all over the world select their representative through elections. Some of these countries are democratic, while some are not. What's the need for an election in a democracy? Firstly, we need to appreciate that in a larger community, it is not possible for all people to sit together regularly and decide on various matters of concern. Therefore, people elect their representatives to manage these decisions. The process by which people choose their representatives at regular intervals is known as an election. The process of election in democratic countries.
See, you have seen through this information that is given in the story is inadequate to call them right or wrong. How? Elections can lead to change in the policy of the government. The governor invited Devi Lal to become the chief minister because he was impressed with his speeches. People are unhappy with every ruling party and vote against it in the next election. The party that wins the election forms the government. This election led to a lot of economic development in Haryana, the benefits of the representative, the benefits of the elections, and chosen the right representative. The Congress chief minister need not have resigned after his party lost election. Automatically, when the votes held, when the election held, the new elected representative starting working. So, why elections? Why elections are necessary? Why the elections are held in the democratic countries? Election can lead to change in the policy of government. The government invited can become the chief minister if he is impressed by the speeches. Have you seen in this story how the Devi Lal impressed the people and the chief minister by his speeches? People are unhappy. Why? With every ruling party, because other ruling party did promise and did not fulfill the promises. Did not fulfill the promise. That's why the people were not happy. The party that wins the election forms the government. The election can lead to the economic development in the state or in the country. The party needs not have resigned after his party lost elections. The country which have elections are said to be democratic. The country which have elections are said to be democratic. In democratic country, the people have right to choose their own representative through elections, through voting. Why do we need elections? The people can choose their leaders. See, now the question arises, why do we need elections? Yes, elections are held in the democratic country to form the government. But why do we need elections? Elections take place regularly in any democratic country. There are more than 100 countries in the world in which elections take place to choose people's representatives. A rule of the people is possible without any elections. If all the people can sit together every day, it is possible and take all the decisions. This is not possible, my dear students, in any large community. Nor it is possible for everyone to have the time and knowledge to take decisions on all the matters. Therefore, in most democracies, people rule through their representative. The people have right. The people can choose their leader who will make laws for them. They can choose who will form the government and they take major decisions. They can choose the party whose policy will guide the government and law making, rules making. A rule of the people is possible without any elections if all the people can sit together every day and take all the decisions, but it is not possible. People can choose their representative at regular intervals and change them if they wish to do so. If the representative is not fulfilling his promises, are not doing the work proper, the people can again raise their voice against that representative and again have elections. And again, they will get the chance to choose their representative. Therefore, elections are considered essential, very important in our times for any representative democratic country. What makes an election democratic? How the elections are becoming democratic? Elections can be held in many ways. All democratic countries hold elections. See how? Everyone should be able to choose. This means that everyone should have an vote. On vote and every vote should have equal value. There should be something to choose from. Parties and candidates should be free to contest elections and should offer some real choice to the voters. The choice should be offered at regular intervals. Election must be held regularly after every 5 years. You have seen, now this time present government will say, earlier 5 years this government was there and next 5 years also the government was here only. So this is the way to form the government. The candidate preferred by the people should get elected. Election should be conducted in a free and fair manner where people can choose as they really wish. So the question arises there, is it good to have political competition? Is it good? Sometimes we are saying no, competition is not good because the people are not united if the competition will be there. And sometimes it is good. How it is good? I just want to show you how it is good. See students, how it is good? It can be, see, elections are thus all about political competitions. This competition takes various forms. The most clear form is the competition among political parties on the constituency level. It takes the form of the competition among several candidates. See how? If there is no competition, election will become pointless. So here are demerits also and merits also, disadvantages also and advantages also. See which are the demerits? What are the demerits? Clearly say that an electoral competition has many demerits. It creates a sense of disunity and factionalism in everyday society. Means conflicts between the parties. Factionalism means conflicts between the parties. Constituencies means a group of voters who are elected the representative. candidates and parties use dirty methods for winning elections. There will be corruption also to make the promises which afterwards the people are not fulfilling the promises. Sometimes they are giving money to the people for the vote. These are dirty politics they were playing, some were playing. People who want to serve the country avoid entering the field owing to unhealthy competition. So, people need to avoid unhealthy competition where there is corruption, which is not fair. So, merits of elections, advantages of elections. See, people will get the full right to vote and choose their representative. The country which has adopted the election procedure is also counted in a democratic country. It helps to the election representative to go out and serve the country and the countrymen. After the people get the right to vote, they are considered as equal. The following pictures show the countries who have adopted democracy as benefited. What is our system of elections? Our system is our country, India's system. The Lok Sabha, we have Lok Sabha and the Vidhan Sabha elections held in India every 5 years. Lok Sabha or Vidhan Sabha equal part. The Lok Sabha election is called the general election. See, what is our system of elections? Can we say that Indian elections are democratic? Yes. And to find answer of this question, we have to study about Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha assemblies are held regularly after every 5 years. And after 5 years, the term, all the election representative comes to an end. The Lok Sabha or Vidhan Sabha stands dissolves. Elections are held in all the constituencies at the same time, either on the same day or within a few days. This is called a general election. There are certain elections that are conducted in the particular constituency owing to the death, registration of a member. These are called by-election. What is by-elections? When the elections are conducted in a particular constituency. In the situation, what was the situation? Owing to the death of any representative or resign of the any member, and again or any other problem, within the 5 years again the election is held, we call this by elections. So we are saying electoral constituencies, procedures, plans. What are the electoral constitution means plans? The country is divided into electoral constituencies for both the Lok Sabha and the Legislative Assembly elections. One representative is elected from each constituencies for the voters. The country is divided into 543 constituencies for the Lok Sabha elections. The selected representatives is called the members of the parliament or MP. Similarly, each state is divided into a number of assemblies. Constituencies and representatives selected from each constituency is called the member of Legislative Assembly or MLA. For Lok Sabha elections, the country is divided into 543 constituencies. The representative election from each constituency is called the member of a parliament or MP. So before this, I have to share the video, but I will ask questions, few questions from you first. Yes, students, these are few questions. You can please raise your hand, unmute yourself and give me answer. What is an election? Yes, students, you can raise your hand and give me answer. What is an election? Can anybody give me the answer? Yes, Tejasvi, unmute yourself and give me answer. What do you mean by an election? Yes.
Ma'am, an election is a systematic process in which people can choose their representatives at regular intervals of time. If they
Yes.
and they can change also if they want to do so.
Yes. Any other girl? Any other points? Please raise your hand. Adya, you give me answer. Raise your hand and unmute yourself and give me answer. I want answer from you, Adya. Yes, Adya. Adya, give me answer. What do you mean by an election? What is an election? Please, students, give answer. Raise your hand. Nivedita, unmute yourself and give me answer. Nivedita, give me answer. Yes. See, you people are not giving answer. It is very bad. An election is a contest between different political parties in order to get people's support. Elections are exceptionally important in a democracy because it is a mechanism where people choose their representative. It is a way, it is a method at regular intervals. At the regular intervals. If the government during its tenure does not work for the welfare for the people, it can be changed at the time of elections. So my next question is, why do we need election? Why do we need elections? Please raise your hand. 9th standard, you are not participating. You are not giving answer. Where are the values? Why do we need election? Just now I explain you. Vartika, if you are here, please give me answer. Unmute yourself and give me answer. Fakira, unmute yourself and give me answer. Okay, I'm end up the class now. You people are not giving the answer. Before time, I'm going to. Devjit, unmute yourself and give me answer. Devjit, why do we need elections? Okay. Students who are not giving the answers. What is the reason? I don't know. Anybody has to ask something, please raise your hand and ask me. Okay, you don't have any doubt. All the 3 questions which you have seen in the screen, on the screen you have to give me the answers. You write in notebook and please share in next class all the 3 answers I want from you. And students, listen which answers I am asking in half yearly exams. Those who are not giving answers, so I'll cut the marks. Understood? This is, you can say this is your oral assessment also. So this is your duty to participate. So I'm going to end up. Till then, bye. Have a nice day. All the best for tomorrow's exam. Bye.